to sync the voice and the camera. 3, 2, 1. Good.
Hello guys, welcome to Korean Tapas. This is episode 28 and we're in my home. How are you, my friends?
I am very tired.
It's actually our first time to be in the same screen all together, no?
Yes, because last time we recorded in October, we didn't have cameras.
Yeah,
It was just
exactly.
sound. So yeah, we're here. So cool.
Welcome back again to my home.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Third time, right?
In your place, I don't know when. I don't know. Could be.
Mhm.
Yeah, lost count, which is a good thing.
Yeah, welcome back again. What time have you been in my apartment?
I'm almost to be about the Century Club member of
Yes, I think
his
yes,
house.
He has the password. He
Yes.
practically lives here.
9048 star.
Plus 432.
Okay, so you guys already have been in my apartment, but it seems like it will be your last time because I will
Oh, so cruel.
I will
Last
move
time.
to another place to live. So today this is connected with our topic today. We're gonna talk about how to rent or buy an apartment in Spain and in South Korea. So let's listen about Spain first. So how to rent an apartment?
Ooh. Okay, so I haven't done that myself, luckily or unluckily, but I've no experience from friends, and it's not super easy. Usually, what my friends did is they usually or either go online, right? They go to an online site and they just search for place to rent, or you just go to some sort of agency where they have the renting places are like on display. You go there, oh, I see that, and then the agent, the real estate agent, they show you the place. They talk to you about what are the fees in there. So, yeah, how do you guys usually do it here in Korea? Is it online, probably?
Today, I think I have to only like put some of the comments in between you the conversation between you two. That'll be my role for today, I
Okay.
guess.
So for rent or buying too, we naver it. Like naver means Google. So, Naver. So in Naver, you can see all of the real estate
The listings, no? The
things,
offerings.
offerings and
Okay,
something,
okay.
and after that you go to the real estate agency,
Mm-hmm.
and after you see the real thing, but first is online or application.
Right.
Yeah, to check the proper prices of the.
Yes.
Okay.
And after that, real estate agency, and after you
In the pictures, right? Because when I was looking for my apartment to buy, it was crucial to see pictures because otherwise, I mean, I don't know how they did it in the past when because usually in Barcelona you might see it even in the street, you would see like handmade posters or even like printed posters saying we're selling an apartment in this area for whatever, and then you can take the number. But you didn't see pictures, so how would you consider this? So like I like to go there and check the pictures. Is it good state, bad state? How many renovations does it need? Things like that.
So I think this is quite similar with Barcelona and it's.
So in Spain, there are also some like top level websites for searching homes, right?
Yes. And those websites have renting or buying, and then just go there. It could be like maybe people like you and me. You're selling your apartment, and you can go there and post your advertise or your ad, your listing. But also agencies, they go there and they post on those websites because they know that they're popular, and it's easy for other people to find. But I mean, is it possible here to rent directly without agency, or do you guys usually go to an agency? Because in Spain it's possible, but it's a little bit maybe not as safe as going to an agency.
In Korea, it's unsafe. So we need to go to the real estate agency for making a right contract.
You're right. Yeah.
That you don't. You can avoid the risk of the fraud or something.
Fraud. Yes.
But it's actually like technically possible to sign directly, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a lawyer, and I would be afraid to read at something and then maybe I don't know. They do something with your money. And it's tricky.
Exactly. Oh, and actually, this apartment will be rent to my acquaintance.
Okay.
But still, we need to go to the real estate agency for making a right contract.
Oh, really?
Yes, that one is official, so she can apply to her bank or government for making a rent fee.
Right. I mean, yeah, I guess for her as well, even if it's your friend, she will feel safer knowing that it has gone through the proper documentation, proper people.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
So.
What else?
So about the contract, how much is the deposit or?
Yeah. Does this concept exist here? Like if you're renting, they make you pay extra in case when you leave, something is broken.
Fianza.
Aha, very good. Do you have this here in Korea?
We have it a lot. I mean,
a lot. What does it mean a lot? Very expensive?
Please explain later. So we have 3 types of living in house before.
3 months.
We have 3 types of contracting.
Okay.
The first thing is renting.
Yeah.
Just like other country. And
monthly renting. You mean monthly?
Monthly. Renting monthly.
Okay.
And the second one is buying, of course.
Yeah.
And the third one is renting. Unique in Korea, we call it 전세.
What does it mean?
We before your arrival, we
were never.
We had a chance to use the ChatGPT to give you a proper explanation on this concept. As you can see, probably you guys don't see this comment, but you can search it on ChatGPT thanks to the advancement of AI. And anyhow, it's like a system, very unique system that exists in our country, which tenants make a lump sum deposit to the landlord, which means the deposit is usually how big is the amount? It's very big. It's usually it's equivalent to a sum of
years.
Yeah, the monthly fee for some years, and without paying monthly fee.
Of course, yeah. So like in advance, you pay in advance for, but what's the benefit?
The benefit is that you need to pay to the bank, not to the homeowner, the apartment owner. So. The apartment owner can have the money and
each
they
month
can
from the bank.
Yes.
Right.
So the renter need to pay only for the bank, not for the apartment owner. And apartment can utilize the big amount of money until he goes out.
So you can apply for a mortgage, but for renting. Because
yes.
Because maybe you don't have the money to start renting monthly, but then you talk to the bank and they give you a loan.
So if you go out, if the renter goes out and the bank
still pays the person, no? Or
the banker can receive all the money that he borrowed to the apartment owner. So.
It's interesting.
So it's kind of cheaper than the rent monthly.
Is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because the matter is the bank rate. Not the actual apartment price.
So simply speaking, there is no actual payment to the landlord.
No.
You pay
the tenant only pays the interest of the loan.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So.
But then I would have thought that it's more expensive because you have to pay. Let's say that an apartment is 100,000 won, and then you gotta pay the interest to your bank. So it's more than directly paying the landlord, no?
The bank rate is cheaper than the rate.
Rate is cheaper.
Yeah, the bank rate normally not nowadays, but normally like 3% or something.
So including interest, it's cheaper for you to do this sort of deal, like this 2-year deal, than doing monthly with the landlord.
So that's why this concept exists.
So this one is really common. I mean, actually more common than the monthly rent.
It's interesting because if this would exist in Spain, people would do it. I mean, in Spain, you usually have a contract, and the contract lasts for 5 years or whatever, and then on these 5 years, they cannot change your monthly fee. So it's like you're safe that, okay, even if there's inflation or prices go up, you know that each month you will pay the same, right? But then 5 years are over,
Yes,
and then the landlord says, "Oh, now I'm gonna double you because the area is now more expensive."
Exactly. But the problem is that this one is more likely to have the fraud. I mean, if the apartment owner just go somewhere with your money,
right?
It's really hard to get him.
Yeah,
I mean, the monthly rents they have like less risk, but more. I mean,
danger of fraud or something.
And obviously there might be lots of apartments that already had big debts on the equity.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I know in Spain also like some landlords do not get the money from the people renting because maybe they say I don't have money, but if they have kids or something, you cannot kick them out because police say no, you cannot kick them out. So you are actually paying for their house even if they're not paying you. It's complicated. It's complicated.
So if you're like new couple for living together, then the two option is not monthly rent, like this month and this rent 전세 or buying a house.
Or buying this one. Okay, so buying, how hard it is to buy in Korea? You not done something now, so
we're gonna talk about it later. Later, we have to spend time.
Okay.
So, building doorman. I don't know this one is the right word. I mean,
I don't know, but I've seen it
building
in Korea.
Doorman.
Is it called like that? The doorman or the person that is in the lobby of the building.
El portero.
Yes, el portero in Spanish.
경비원 in Korean.
Only in apartments, no?
Only in but in office in
Do you have it in your apartments?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quite common.
Quite common. So it's different than in Spain. In Spain, it's going away.
I've seen the same person when I was in Spain as well.
Yeah.
In my apartment.
But it's going away.
Oh, really?
It's going away.
So it's like fading culture.
Yes.
Yes.
Then who cares about the security of the building?
Nobody.
You yourself. You bring your knife and you. No. Like, honestly, I mean, mine used to have it because the building is old, and you can see that we have like the space for the person in the lobby, but that is gone, and then there's no person that does that. And we as a building, we pay a cleaning service that they come twice a week and they clean the building, and they have what's called the administrator or the building administrator. It's like you pay somebody to actually go through to do the accounting, right, of the utility bills that you have to pay for the building and things like that. But portero, doorman, it's going away. It's expensive, and the people I talked to, like recently, I have a friend who they voted the whole building voted to kick out the doorman because there was no actual benefit. They were paying a lot of money every year for his salary, and only like receiving a few packages. That's it. He was not cleaning properly also the building, so it was like then we take it out.
Then who's in charge of like cleaning the common lobby or
again? So you pay an agency to do that.
So like there must be some other community among all the tenants inside the building. Then.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it is here, but definitely in Spain it's like that. When you go into and you buy or rent an apartment in a building, you are actually going into that community, cultural community, and see, in Spanish it will be comunidad, right? In Spanish. So yeah, definitely, and then you have a vote, and then when you are things to vote, like we want to do some renovations because the lobby is very old. You have to vote. Okay, I want to spend the money or not, and then because you have to pay for the stuff. Everybody has to pay, and you have a say on what goes, what doesn't go, and usually the meetings are maybe once a semester or something, and then they show who's paying, who's not paying, who owes money to the building, because I have to pay each month to maintain the building. I don't know how it works here, but it's like, not only of course gas and electricity. That's my utility bills, but also I need to pay for the building. Right.
Actually, my father saw the bill of the apartment here, and he told that the most expensive thing is the doorman.
Interesting. It's a salary, so it must be expensive.
It's expensive, but I never heard that Koreans say that we don't need any doorman. It's kind of symbolic that we are kind of guarded or something.
But I mean, we can probably say it's like the thing that we have never considered seriously about their existence. They exist.
They just exist. They just exist.
Honestly, I don't think they are like. I honestly I don't think they're like a strong protection to our life, because usually I think it used to be the same in Spain as well, that most of the doormen are quite old men after their retirements from their prior jobs. So we don't think they are like a strong or active protection to ourselves. But
Korea is safe.
anyhow,
Korea is safe to sign, so
we think doormen.
We don't think so.
Okay. You don't think so.
We don't think so.
But today I came into your apartment. The door in the lobby was open. The guy was reading the newspaper or his phone. He did not look at me.
No,
I just went in. That should not happen. I mean, in Spain, if you see a doorman, usually when you go into the lobby, they say, "Where are you going?"
If you're a stranger.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Otherwise, why do you have it? I mean, of course. I mean, and then he might call up and say, "Hey, do you have a visitor visiting you?" Yes, and then they let him up.
That's what my father asked actually.
You're right. And
but
at the same time, there were two delivery men going into the building. I went up with one going to the 7th floor, and also they didn't ask anything or like, "Where are you going? Who's the tenant?" I mean, then why is the man there just sitting there doing what? Security.
But the city, but when we live in the city, we never consider. They just exist, and this one is just like this. Like we never question.
It doesn't seem very stressful.
Yes.
Office work seems more stressful.
Quite. Yes. Okay, so what's included in the rented apartment? I mean, in Korea, just only for the rent of this one is included, without like gas, without water, without electricity,
right.
or
so nothing,
or the doorman. No, just this apartment. Yeah,
just the apartment.
Nothing is included then.
No, I think so.
No, you just pay like monthly fee for cleaning or security.
So then you monthly pay like less than 100 euros for those per month.
200 euros.
200 euros.
I pay around 200, more than 200.
But you have a doorman. I mean,
yes, doorman is like half.
But also you're a lot. Like it's what? How many floors? 10 floors or
this?
Yeah.
15 or
15 floors.
16
floors.
And this one is called office-tel, which means that office and the kind of hotel or motel.
And there are a lot of apartments for each floor.
Yes,
no?
yes.
How many doors?
I'm not sure.
More or less.
10 or 12.
Yeah, 10. So it's like it's a lot.
Yes, it's a lot.
150 apartments, and you still pay 200 a month. Wow.
This kind of office-tel in Korea, we pay a lot for monthly.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
More than real apartment.
Air conditioning and heating is not included.
No.
There are some buildings in Spain or Barcelona that the heating is like central.
Here as well.
I hate
in Korea as well.
I hate it.
I mean, I don't have it in my thing, but I think I would hate it as well, because like I know somebody that has this, and because the community pays, they have it always on, and they cannot turn it off. So like if they're hot in the apartment, even if it's like winter, they open the window to even the temperature. That makes zero sense.
And they pay more.
Yeah, I mean the community pays the whole thing, so
Okay.
it's like they could turn it off for their apartment, but they will be paying the same amount. So why turn it off?
In Korea, we still have those buildings as well, right?
Yes.
Interesting. No?
This one was one of my consideration when I find the
No
apartment.
community heating.
No centered heating. All my own.
Then in that case, individuals cannot use their own air conditioning.
Well, no, I mean
they can.
They
They
can,
can, but still they pay for the
Yes.
common fee, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for the air condition, it's okay, but for the heating is like you can control by yourself.
Here is central. Or?
No, this one is my own. You know, I
Why
changed
do you
it.
turn it on?
I turned it off. This one is
25.
no. This one is
It's
only
too
for
hot in
shower.
here.
No, this one is for showers.
It's too hot in here.
No, this one is
you
for
guys listening or watching, it's too hot in here. Look, it's down in there. Okay, no.
I didn't turn it on. Okay, I didn't
T-shirt,
turn.
t-shirt temperature.
Okay.
We have no pants on, so that's
Hottest place.
Okay, so that's the okay. Let's move to the buying,
Okay.
not rental.
All right.
So maybe it can be similar. So how do you buy apartment? Same or
Complicated, man.
complicated? What is complicated?
Because if you buy, you will need to take more things into consider. No? You need to spend more time researching and the area and the apartment and the building. Is it an old building, no building? You already know all this, right? So a starting point, I think it's the same. You would go online and you would find photos and whatever, and then you would do visits. That's the thing. When you were doing your visits, did you ever go into an apartment where they were still living in?
Yes.
Aha.
Yes.
It wasn't that awkward because I did it once and it was very awkward. Like going in there and the family was there and I was like looking at their apartment, but they were there, so it was awkward. I don't know.
Awkward. So one of the advice was that bring your parents. Bring your parents because parents they have experience and they can ask what you cannot ask.
Interesting.
Like they can say, oh, why do you sell? Why do you leave this house? Like exactly. they can ask directly without offending.
The whole Korean, I think.
But if I ask something like that's kind of offense because the price is
and you're the youngest person. Even though we don't have that problem in Spain, I also did bring my parents in all the visits because they have the experience, right? They already bought like two houses, so they know what to look for, what to ask for, and if I was by myself, I would have missed stuff. No, they would say, "Oh no, look at this window is whatever," or "This is shared thing," and so yeah, definitely if you bring veterans, it's good, more points of view. But it's hard. So then when you finally you do agree on something with the agency or something. Then they gotta start this whole procedure of sending somebody to actually calculate how much the apartment is worth. Like even if they said like, so let's say that they sell it for 1 million, I don't know, 1 million, whatever it is, and then when you buy it, the notary, they have to send somebody to do what's it called in Spanish? Tasación, like taxation, like an outside party goes to the apartment. And they look at the windows, look at the area, they look at the floors, and they say, okay, but this is not worth 1 million; it is worth 2 million or whatever it is.
Okay.
And depending on that, if the value that they give you is higher, then you have to pay more taxes.
Okay.
Because you're underpaying the actual value of the property. But usually the prices are very very okay, and they usually rate it below what you're paying, so you don't have to pay extra taxes. But it could happen. It could happen. So that's one thing, and then the whole notary thing. So the notary, the people that actually stamps and says yes, this is legal. I have all documents approved. They make incredible amounts of money, at least in Spain, right? They charge you for paper. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But when you actually have the contract, if the contract requires 10 pages, it's one price. If it's 11 pages, it's another price.
So literally
each white piece of paper,
one sheet,
it has extra cost because it's an official notary paper with their signature, and the signature is gold.
I learned it at this time.
Right? Tell me something different from Korea when you buy an apartment.
Okay, the procedure will be similar. The most important thing is money. So
everywhere.
So before searching, you need to know how much can you afford, or how much can you borrow from the bank. So this one is the most important thing. So you calculate your own payable price, and after that you go to bank.
Right.
Directly, right before searching the apartment. Actually,
you are totally right, and I forgot to mention, but I did the same.
Yeah,
of course. How much money I had, what mortgage would they give me, my age, and how many years, and the different banks, right? And then the best deal. Okay, now we know that more or less the price of the apartment should be in this ballpark.
Yes. Oh, the thing.
To get the idea of the estimation of budget, right?
Of how can you spend actually? Because if you think, okay, I'm gonna go for $1 million. One apartment, but then the bank says, no, I'm going to give you only half. If you don't have enough money, then you're wasting your time. No?
Actually, I'm still learning, and I just applied, so I'm just waiting the result. And there is okay, little possibility, but there's some possibility they can say
Reject.
Reject, and okay, I apply to the nation, I mean the country, so they won't reject. But if the world is if the world goes down tomorrow, they can reject, and then I already signed it. I cannot understand it fully until now. How can I I already signed in, and if they reject by some reason, and how can I do that? Like go to another bank maybe, or go to.
Is it related to your credit or something?
Yes, and related to my credit and related to my current salary and blah blah. My property that I already have, blah blah blah. They will check everything and they will say yes or no. I mean, in these days, they usually say yes. But like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, when my brother tried to buy the house, they sometimes they say no.
Until the last moment.
Or give me your schedule, give me your paying schedule or something detailed. I mean I didn't submit anything, but last 3 years it's. So costs the most important. So how much?
Too much.
I mean, okay, too much. Too much in Barcelona, in Seoul. Okay, maybe.
Everywhere.
How much?
But now, especially now that the interests are very high. When I bought it, like you could have like interest of 1.5 or something.
1.5 for
annual.
Yeah, or less.
I mean, fixed or
fixed. So in my case, I could do 1.5 fixed, and if at the time I bought it, like in 2020, if you were doing variable thing, you could have maybe zero dot something.
Whoa.
It was ridiculous. But
fixed?
No, variable.
Okay.
But now it's like maybe fixed is like 4.5 because So I'm happy that now it's 4.5 because I did it in 1.5. So I mean, I don't know.
Nowadays it's 4 to 5.
Yeah, fixed, right? So variable.
Super high.
Super high. So now it's way more expensive to buy now than it was 3 years ago. Yeah.
I mean, it's all now too. Like I applied to the nation, and I mean,
what does it mean applying to the nation?
I mean, the Korean government will assure me.
Ah, really? Okay.
Rent some money. So the bank rate. I mean, the rate of what can I say? The rate of South Korea is 4.4 for me for 40 years.
40 years.
I mean, because my age is like 30 or something.
You're young.
So I have like 40 years, 4.4% rate of a lot of money.
It's high. Can you, like in Spain, you can from time to time like do some sort of recalculation and you can some sort of negotiate or maybe change banks even, like you change banks, they can give you a better deal.
Yes, same thing, but if you rent from the bank, they will. If you want to change your bank, and they charge, and the government don't charge.
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
Korea's best.
Okay.
Okay. It's a nice way to finish the episode. Korea's best.
No, so. Okay. What was your most difficult? When you rent or when you buy your house, the most difficult thing. This was the
renovations.
Renovation.
Yeah.
Because that happened after your acquisition, no?
Yeah. Sure. So
okay.
the apartment I bought, you could have lived in, right? But I wanted to like renovate and start like clean, fresh, and tear down walls and things like that. And that was a headache because contractors. I'm sorry if anybody's a contractor listening to the episode. It's hard. Because I mean you explain something and they do something else, and you gotta be on top of them. And then it's very easy to like break walls with a hammer, but when it comes to the details, like putting the final touches or things like. It's very hard because they don't care or they have other pressing contracts to attend to and they don't really spend the time with you because at the beginning they might send like 10 people working and you go there and the electrician, the water guy, the wall guy, everyone, the painter, everyone is there. But then when only like the final touches, they send one guy every 2 weeks or something. And I'm like, dude, let's just finish this I pay you and we're done. But it's it took years out of my life. So.
But this one is really interesting that one of my friends just did what you did and he was so pissed off that they were doing other thing that he didn't ask for. Yeah. They didn't do that he didn't ask and he asked for.
So it's common in all countries. I can see that.
And the price is going higher when they ask, oh, I need this one, I need it.
Yeah, extras. Definitely. Yeah. But now it's all good. So when you come to Barcelona, you can see my apartment.
I saw his apartment picture and his apartment is awesome and the procedure were so difficult but yeah, awesome.
Finally,
he did it.
I can live in peace now.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. I mean, okay. So your future.
When are you buying a house?
Imagine your future.
Buying a house.
Or renting or whatever you own. Imagine.
Let's come back with the second episode
in
the next year, probably.
It's fine. Alrighty.
Okay, so this one was hard but special, and I really hope that everybody lives where they want to live. I really hope this. So, thank you for visiting my house.
Thank you for inviting us.
And hopefully we can meet another episode in another apartment. I will invite you again.
No. We're gonna shoot again in 3 weeks, no?
We just even here in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Then, yes, I am. I'm traveling, but I'll be back in 3 weeks. Let's do it.
Okay. Thank you today, and have a nice day. Like, comments.
Ciao.
Subscribe.
Bye bye.